Hey YouTube! Yeah, so I've just worked out here, this is a wee bit of a pre-warning of what's coming up over the next whatever videos I do. The same, similar to the thing when that thing where I kind of, it's like, I found a new thing. So a bit of a guitar lesson, maybe? Not a difficult thing, but you know how I'm certainly a lot of, when you're playing the kind of open AC/DC type things, you get your A, or your A sort of power chord where you're kind of playing an A shape, you're just hitting those two notes. And then the D power chord was just like, you basically just a D, but you only hit those two, so you get. I do that quite a lot. Right, so, right, that's fine. And then obviously, we are kind of playing power chords, but not just, not the sort of the Nirvana power chords. Just like it's just a power chord's just the root and the fifth. So if you're just playing a D full chord, you just hit those. Those two means it's not necessarily a major or a sus or a minor. It's just a D. So that means you don't have to be decisive and you're less likely to get it wrong. So I've been doing that for ages, right? And I've also been doing a lot of, I've noticed me doing this a lot, with playing a D shape chord, then, and so in order to do these, you kind of have to be very wary of letting any of the other strings ring. So you're basically, I'm only playing the thin three strings, but sometimes that one works. Well, that's a D chord. So you have there's your. This is obviously just some sort of D scale into it. So you've got the D on. You play your D. Yeah, with me so far, making sense, right? This is all. I mean, these are things that this is something I already knew, but never really thought of. So, play my D there. You've got the A shape next to it. So I can go, which I've done thousands of times. Well, why not just do that whole thing and so it might not. It's pure basic stuff, but sometimes you just find things. It's like, and I kind of know I'm going to be using that. That was because you got the E as well, which always goes with. So you can just go. It's just a case of hitting two strings. And the temptation there would be think of maybe just thinking of things a little bit more less like a bass player as well. So I would always play, if you're playing an A power chord, you've got your. This is not the best guitar for doing this, is it? Best guitar for playing it, but not best for showing it. So there's your A power chords, right? So you get the root and the fifth, and then the next one in the chord would be like an octave of the root. So that chord there, just with the root and the fifth, and this is doing it there, it's the fifth and then the root. So that's still a full on A. So that's, and then the same with the A shaped, and then it's kind of not sounding very much in tune, is it? Just be done. This also comes into the solo in Bad Moon Rising, which is basically these things. So it's like, so there's your verse. John Fogerty, Creedence Clearwater's amazing for playing open chords. Like, right, that's just D, A, and G. Yeah, so it goes. I'm gonna have to work it out. So it's like. So there you're playing. So there's just. That's just another D, but slightly differently voiced. And then there's your F shape. So there you go, F, slide it up to G, A, so it's an A. So, and then so is it. And then back to the D. So there's just a different voicing. I'm just wondering how that one there works. I don't know what that's a shape of. There's the fun of playing what you would normally consider to be open shapes down here, but you can play them up here just with a little bit of obviously you can play like the D shaped bar chord where so you play your D. I expect Gary Fox does this because he always plays a D like that. Whereas I would play it like that. So if you play it like that, then obviously you can just slide up. It's a bit. You put it like that. Oh, not as easy. Don't really use D-shaped bar chords, because you can just bar it and then play. Technically, I suppose you play a C-shaped bar chord as well, so you get that and that. But they're all there. Depends what's easiest. But I just think this is nice and easy. It doesn't really matter what key you're in either. It's a universally usable three chord super thing in whatever key it is. It doesn't really matter. Oh, it's playing with the buff, wasn't it? He says nonchalantly. I'm going to end up playing that at some point as well. Yeah, so I think my new thing, which I've just decided right there, is it might be a little bit more of putting power chords in, but not, still the same chord, but not the usual, not the way I always play, was just like, the tone of my fingers. But again, if you're a beginner guitar in like that, it's all on the right hand, being able to hit the two strings that you're aiming for. I mean, the left hand's not doing anything. Well, it's kind of muting, because you can't just. So you've got D. Oh yeah. Funny, it's like I just seem to be learning all these things, and then there seems to be shortcuts in there. And you go, I already know this and already know this, but I didn't know you could do this between them when it's dead easy. That's just like, Why has it never occurred to me before? So I'm sitting there trying to do some sort of loop jam thing on the E. Why did I never thought of going to the D shape right next to it? So I would always go, and then oh, you got the A as well. There we go, we're chucking away. Because that's like the B in it. But I've always been a proponent. I always liked it when people aren't playing, especially when if you're playing a song for the first time in a band and a guitar and someone showed it to you. Don't play the wanky version of the chords just so people know what you're doing. So if you're playing away, you'll notice some people doing this. And it's like whereas they're showing you a song, so they'll be like up here, sitting there, go up here. For the next bit, they'll play the very obvious A, because I mean that is an A. You see Paul Gilbert play the A all the time. It's still great. Michelangelo Batio does it as well. So they're not going to play an A, and they've got like, oh, I'll just play this version of it just to make it look a bit difficult. No, it's just an A. Just play it an A and then solo over it. Yeah. So there you go. So you have been forewarned. Rock on.